Walmart is ramping up automated fulfillment at their stores. So they are going to expand the use of automated systems to pick and pack shoppers' online grocery orders. So according to CNBC, Walmart's going to try a few different configurations. So they haven't said which stores they're going to start to deploy this in, but they are working with every micro fulfillment startup under the sun to figure out how to execute on this. They're going to be turning, like I said, dozens of stores into fulfillment centers, some included in the existing footprint. And they are working now to also allow pickup and delivery, which was something that I thought was really interesting. Same location pickup and delivery for customers and drivers of the delivery drivers in the Walmart space. So whether you're from a third party service or you are a customer, you're all going to be picking up your stuff at the same spot at
And
Walmart.
say more about that. Is it necessarily the same spot at a Walmart? Could it be the same spot at a different location? I thought I read too that some of these like potential micro fulfillment hubs may actually be off site, like 20,000 square feet off
Yep.
site. Is that
Yes.
how we're to read that too, Anne?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Which changes the dynamic a little bit, like you see Target getting into curbside pickup, and yeah, it's like the customers coming through. But how does this all start to work again as we're thinking about Amazon really going deep into grocery and expanding as quickly as I think that they're going to? You're going to start to see these one-stop shops starting to, figure out how to get product to more people more quickly.
Yeah, that's really interesting too, in light of like what Instacart announced this week too. I think they said there's some job cuts, but the more important part of that story is they're going to this new thing with certain select customers called partner pick, which is
Yep.
they're not going to do the picking for the retailers. They're just going to go and pick up the goods. And so when you start thinking about the extrapolation of what you talked about, that starts to play into that too, in terms of, Walmart, other grocers going after fulfillment to increase pick and pack efficiency, but then creating these systems for pickup and quick connection points for pickup, whether it's with Instacart or somebody else. And I'm curious because like this starts to get into some of the things that I talked about in Forbes this week too, like the BOPUS with the indeterminate S. It doesn't necessarily mean store. It could just mean pick the stuff up in something or somewhere. Like I'm curious. Let's keep it in Walmart. Like if you could pick up your Sam's Club order at a Walmart parking lot or let's say a separate standalone 20,000 square foot micro fulfillment warehouse, would you do that as a consumer?
Yeah, I mean, especially if I'd go pick it up anywhere as long as it's not super far away or much farther away than the actual Sam's Club itself.
As long as it's convenient. Would you do that, Ann? I'm sure you would. You hate standing in line in Costco.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that this is such a brilliant move. Like just figure out how I can get, especially when you think about the repeat purchases. We talked about this with Costco last week. How many times, I don't know if it's the same as a grocery store, but I think the grocery store data is like, some over 75% of the time you're repeat buying the same things. Like I do not need to go to a store for that. And sometimes if I run out, I want the option of, being able to go pick it up when I want to, or having it delivered in that amount
Or
of
pay
time.
the delivery fee to have it too, right?
Exactly.
Like that's the other, especially with like some of those heavy bulk items too that you're getting at a great value.
For
No,
sure.
I think your points here, Ann, are dead on. Like this is fascinating to me. Like especially now, let's bring Walmart Plus into this, right? We haven't even talked about that yet. So now you got Walmart Plus sitting out there. We've postulated, and now I'm thinking that's even stronger. We've postulated that maybe Sam's Club's memberships become a part of that. Then you've got this like network of micro fulfillment hubs throughout the country that are easy for people to get to. And suddenly a Walmart Plus member might be the same thing as a Sam's Club member, and you can choose to interact with it in exactly the same way. Emma's getting excited about it, and she's shaking her head right on camera right now. Is that nuts, Emma, or do you think that makes a ton of sense?
No, I think it makes total sense.
Yeah, I think I'd be all over that. Like if there was if I could get the Costco club experience and it was like a quick drive from my house, and instead of paying the Instacart fee, which I have to pay right now, I just go do that and they load it in the back of my truck. Sign me the hell up, right?
Or Costco and Target in the same thing, like singles, like a bottle of ketchup and 20 rolls of toilet paper
Right.
at the same price. Like you start to think
You
about
choose what you want, right?
Yeah. The one-stop shop evolves even
basket.
further. Exactly.
Yeah, it's a mixed basket. I think that's huge. I mean, and here's the thing. The other thing about this is that here's the other thing, like from an investment perspective, technology perspective, the game is on this now. Holy crap, is there going to be a flood of money into, I think there's a lot of areas I see here. Like one, you're going to have a flood of area into all these technology companies, which a lot of people yesterday on the Clubhouse call were poo-pooing like how many startups they're using. I think it's freaking smart because all of those operations are different. Co-locating in the store, standalone warehouse, wherever the hell you want to put this, like those are all different. Figure out what the right answer is. And the one thing we've learned, I think, in omni-channel conversation is there usually is no one size fits all answer. So I think you're gonna see a lot of investment there. You're gonna have to upgrade the order management systems. We have a podcast coming to all these different nodes in the network. There's a lot more opportunities for fraud and like dishonesty. So you're gonna have to build up all kinds of systems around that. This crap is coming. It's coming